Tonight, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's the NFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. We'll see Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears taking on Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Now, this great venue has hosted some memorable playoff games over the years, and these Bear fans are hoping to make some new memories today at Soldier Field in Chicago. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Chicago Bears. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest. You'll take the week off. Get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And the quality of opponent goes up a notch here in this divisional round. But he's coming off such a sensational performance, I'm not sure he cares. 4 touchdown passes in the last game, and you'd have to imagine his head coach would sign up for that right now.
First play, and Hurts looking to throw it. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts. And once again, this is Sanders. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
And let me tell you, that wasn't as easy as it looked. Dancing away and moving forward for 6 yards. This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. Throwing is Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And it's caught. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Velus Jones now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So here now the Bears offense for their first drive of the game. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Fields. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Flushed out right. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Raheem Mostert scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Bears are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly. And on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play. And guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? A little on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoffs. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
Becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now McManus will line up for the field goal. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. Raheem Mostert with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bears are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Hurts. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Hurts to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Hurts gets this to Sanders. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and a yard. They go play action with Hurts. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
On first down, Hurts to the right side and complete to Jefferson. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. It's a second down run with Sanders. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Hurts sets up to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. They'll look to throw again. Being chased out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. The kick by McManus is good, and the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Onto the field now come the Bears. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They'll roll him out right, and he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance, knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Off play action, Fields. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 20-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A carry there for Mostert as he's able to work his way forward for a pretty good pickup on first down. Officially a gain of 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 5 now. Fields. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. There he goes left side. 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. The Chicago offense set to get started. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Mostert, toss left side. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play. And
Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Hurts throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 6 yards left on 2nd down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Back to throw again. And Sanders has got it complete. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. The kick by McManus is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Bears going to take over now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And some room to work. Touchdown, Chicago. Raheem Mostert saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Bears get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Santos with the extra point, and the lead is down to 2. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we'll head down to our land. Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Fields. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 41-yard line. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. Play action. It's Fields. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A very solid gain of 27. I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense. They can see the ball coming oftentimes before the defender can get his head around. So I think that really goes to like 70-30, and they should be able to go up and get it most of the time.
And he got it there. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the...
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Raheem Mostert. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bears have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Santos now to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 5. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Hurts. And that's complete to Sanders. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Here's Jordan Berry now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Here's Jones on the return. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Bears take over. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to...
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Raheem Mostert, 73 yards. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, I'm just not sure what more we can say about him after that one.
But we're certainly going to give it a try, aren't we? Because I believe we're watching greatness personified. It has not mattered all game long where they've handed him the football. He's taken it and found the end zone. He is so locked into that so-called zone, I don't think they're going to get him out of it in this one.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that will bring up 2nd down. On the counter now, it's Sanders. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. Left side here to Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Jones on the return. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. A handoff running left is Mostert. Room here to run. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. 51 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Here's Fields. touchdown. Cole Kmet, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was all capped off by Cole Kmet with a touchdown catch. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Steps away to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. 2nd down and 8. They'll set up to throw. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Back to throw here. Complete. Smith has it. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. That is incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ball game now, and he's got a 1st down. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Another run here with Sanders. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Eagles! A.J. Brown, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. McManus's point after is good, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
Man, it's contrary to our meeting with the visitors, wasn't it? Remember when we went over to their hotel before the game, and one of the themes they kept hitting us with was, let's put the pressure on the #1 seed and see if they can handle it. Let's do that. Well, they're the #1 seed for a reason. Best team all year long. They're showing it again in this game.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. On play action, Fields. He'll buy some time right. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Fields on target to Mooney. 1st down, Chicago. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left to about the 48-yard line. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout. Defensively. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. That one looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his right. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So here we go on 4th down, Fields. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he is going to have the Bears 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They hand it off to Mostert. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the 1st half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 35 yards. And the Bears are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. This offense returns to the field, and the former Penn State star Miles Sanders, we get a look at him.
He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here.
On the handoff, this is Mostert.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Well, the Bears will fight on another week as we say so long, everybody.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Bears get the win at home.